Hey, yo, welcome back to The Connection. This is Shu.
What's poppin'? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? What's up? Hey.
Welcome back to The Connection, guys. This is Shu and Hendo.
What's up? I'm hot.
We are live. We are here to connect the dots between hip-hop and mental health.
Facts. Hip-hop and yo female. Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if y'all, if I don't give the best radio, John. I'm high as hell. What's up, bro? You got the topics for today, man?
All right, so for the first topic, we're going to get into Change My Mind. We're going to talk about the best Southern rapper.
And, so who you think the best Southern rapper is?
Who do I think the best Southern rapper is?
Yeah. You're...
Who do you think the best Southern rapper is?
I don't know, bro. I think the best Southern rapper is probably, for me, probably Lil Wayne. But I acknowledge the fact that Andre 3000 is super talented. I fucks with Kevin Gates.
By the way, we had a technical difficulty a second ago. For those of you that did not hear, this is The Connection. Welcome back. We're connecting the dots between hip-hop and mental health. This is Shu.
What's up? It's Hendo, you feel me?
And we are going to get into our first topic for Change My Mind. For Change My Mind today, we want to talk about the best Southern rapper.
I fucks with Wayne.
For years, a lot of people have been, basically,
Wayne.
comparing the best. Shut the fuck up, real quick. The best Southern rappers, and everybody is on Lil Wayne's dick, or you got the old heads. They're talking about like Scarface, and some of the more conscious minded people might say like Andre 3000.
Shout out to him too.
I'm gonna say right now, I don't want to get to the point yet. I don't want to get to it because this is a good topic here. This is a topic that we can stretch out a little bit. So let's go through before we start saying who it is and wrapping up the conversation in the first fucking 5 seconds we bring it up. Let's talk about some dope Southern artists. Let's talk about some of the people that we respect, and then we can give them our favorites.
It's Crit, Sahai, Wayne.
We got Big Crit. We got Sci-Hi to Prince. We got Wheezy.
Kevin Gates is fire. I fucks with
Ludacris.
Ludacris is fire.
We got
franchise boys.
Oh boy.
Yo, them franchise boys is fire.
Oh shit.
Ooh, and my white tee.
You're
Hey,
wildin'
and my
right
white
now.
tee. We had Crime Mob.
Goody Mob.
Big Boy, Future.
UGK.
Yeah, Paul Wall, Mike Jones, fucking
T.I.
T.I.
Um,
T.I. was like
you got Shorty Low.
T.I. was like the best New York, Atlanta rapper ever, bro. Like, for real. T.I. is one of the only
You really
niggas.
want to get into this?
Nah, listen, like, T.I. is one of the best, like Southern rappers, like unorthodox Southern rappers I ever heard. Like, that nigga don't sound like, he don't rap like he from Atlanta, but he sound like he is. It's crazy. He's like A$AP Rocky in reverse. It's really ridiculous. Like, because A$AP Rocky is from New York, but he rap like a Southern nigga. But fucking T.I. is fire. I fucks with Shawty Low, like he said. I fucks with the Young Dro nigga who made Shoulder Lean. I fucks with Young Thug. I fucks with NBA Youngboy. Actually, let me recant that statement. We not putting Youngboy in this conversation. I'm not trying to wrap it up, you shady ass tracksuit wearing ass.
5213 Grace.
This nigga think because he got a beard he can just talk all types of weird.
You know what a beard do?
Hell yeah. Nigga think he can talk all types of ways. He's from Turnersville.
That's a hard. That's why I said I was leaving out.
It's a lot of good Southern rappers, bro.
Yeah, because I like a lot of. When you say, I don't know, damn, that's so hard because it's so many different reasons why we like certain Southern
rappers. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Because UGK had the wave, you feel me? Them niggas
Yeah.
had hoes. They was going crazy. Like, they was really... They brought, like tipping and shit, like, really to the forefront.
Yeah.
Chopped and Screw music is crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
like, the
and
shit...
then, you know, UGK, when you got, like, Pimp C, like...
Rest in peace.
He was mainly saying, like, his music was, like, country music.
Yeah, to, like, the rap genre, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's country music, you know, and I remember when he did Big Pimpin'.
That shit was crazy.
He didn't want to do Big Pimpin'. He thought it was trash.
For real?
He kind of, like, freestyled that
That's
verse
why it
song.
was a mad simple verse?
Yeah, he kind of freestyled it, because I think he didn't like the beat. He felt as though, like, why did they send him that type of beat?
Because it wasn't a Southern beat?
Yeah, he figured it was Jay-Z, so it would have been like a way better beat.
Yeah.
You know
like
what I'm
some
saying?
shit that he could
Some
have really rapped
crazy
on.
shit. Right, right.
Because Pimp C could spit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he wasn't he was never lacking with bars.
Yeah, so he didn't want to do it. So he does kind of freestyle that joint, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like, when it comes to the South, it's crazy because, like, I really love, like, Scarface. Like, Scarface was a monster in itself. But the one Southern rapper that I really, really fuck with is Luda.
Ludacris? He's super animated.
I fuck with Luda, so I fuck with Luda.
He low-key got a lot of hits.
Yeah,
He got a lot of hits.
And I fuck with him because, like, the energy, and he actually be saying shit. Like, he's really a rapper.
Georgia was a crazy-ass song.
Yeah. Like
that Ray Charles fucking sample was nuts.
Yeah.
I fucks with Luda.
Yeah, like, I fuck with him because, like I said, he's very talented. Then I used to watch, like, the videos and stuff like that. He used to put so much into, like, when he did that, feel like a midget is hanging from a necklace, and he had somebody
Yo, him and I feel like the same nigga who made Missy Elliott's videos had
to make his
joints,
joints, right?
They was super similar and shit. Like, Ludacris is definitely a slept on.
We ain't got nothing to worry
Southern,
about.
You feel me?
Yeah, I fuck
Like,
with his shit. I fuck with Luda.
The delivery, like,
you ever heard
the
the one song?
Yeah.
You ever heard that one song? North Carolina, come on and raise up. That's my
P.D.
shit.
Pablo.
That's my shit. You know, P.D. Pablo write the music for Power? No, he write the music for the shit with Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Empire.
write that shit. I swear to God.
Shut the fuck up.
P.D. Pablo write that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
All the songs are
I gotta find that out. Cause I still bumps into, like, when I'm in North Carolina, you can still bump into P.D. Pablo.
My
like,
mama from there.
He's popping from North Carolina?
Yeah.
What part?
She from Plymouth.
Okay. Yeah, I'm always in North Carolina. Like, I love North Carolina. Yeah.
It's really nice there.
I love
It's
North
dumb
Go
Carolina.
down there and, like, freak a leak a little bit.
Freaking league.
Super nice. The people are super nice down there.
Yeah.
For real. Like, it's really like real Southern
Yeah,
hospitality.
and it's crazy because you know how we got the spot for the station that we put in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
When we went down there, I had a connect, but we went out one day. We're just like, fuck it, we just want to find a spot. The first person we went to pointed us in like 10 people direction. Now, if this doesn't, you can go to now. If that doesn't, yo, like everybody, I'm like, yo. Then the security was like, I know somebody we can get it. You know, matter of fact, let me get this person on the phone.
And
Yeah,
that's
work.
why Atlanta is winning. That is
Because
why.
of that same formula.
Yeah, niggas do not want niggas in Atlanta and niggas in the South. Period want everyone from the South to win.
Unify.
Exactly.
Unity.
Even niggas from Florida, like I hardly ever consider Florida the South, but it really is. Like so many niggas.
The bottom
How
of
do
the
you not
map.
consider it the
I
most
just don't.
southern
I don't know. I just don't.
That's the
For some
fucking
reason.
boot. That's
like,
the boot.
Like
the whole.
Like in my mind, for some reason, Florida isn't the South because it's still East Coast driven as
For
fuck.
you guys that don't know, I actually spent 3 months living in Alabama.
Ew.
I lived in Bama for 3 months.
Ew. That's a place where niggas go to die.
Yo, for
Alabama
real,
and Mississippi,
though,
hell
it was
no.
out there in the middle of nowhere. It was called Enterprise, Alabama,
You
and
talking
it was
like out there, like making meth in a trailer park out
it was
there?
all right. So put it this way: I don't know if you've ever been. So the funny part about that is we were living in a trailer, all right, and we were right outside of a military base. If you've ever been around any military bases, the towns around there are just fields and nothing, like zombie land. So we were living right outside the Fort Rucker military base, and we were at like I said, this place called Enterprise, and we were living in a trailer. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
And but the Southern hospitality was real, man. I met a lot
love
of
it.
dope ass people down there. They're real cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Real cool.
So for like Southern rappers, bro,
Food was great.
there are a lot of good Southern rappers. A lot of, not only are there good Southern rappers, but it's not like the East Coast where like you see East Coast rappers come in, they hot for a few years and then they drizzle out. Every Southern rapper that I've ever seen still has such a significant career.
That kind of, yeah. There's something.
I
about
seen
that.
Project Pat still popping
From 3-6 Mafia?
Yeah.
Real shit.
You can't talk about the South without talking about 3-6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
You
know what I mean?
Project Pat is still popping.
Juicy
really
J
is.
signed to fucking.
I was just gonna say that
He signed to Wiz.
Juicy J is still
His
out
old
here, like-
ass. His Wiz is his old ass boss. Like Wiz is only 28. Juicy J is like 40 something, and he has to take orders from Wiz.
Well, it's not about that.
Wiz,
It's just he's getting
but,
the
like,
money. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
and Wiz takes care of him for
Wiz
real.
built a brand for himself,
And
and,
that
he's
nigga
getting that
Chevy,
money.
I think, is from. He signed the Taylor Gang, and I think he's from the South too.
Nah, plus you got to look at somebody like Wiz. Somebody like Wiz, you still need a Juicy J if you want the South.
I
Yeah.
feel like Juicy J
Yeah.
is still very relevant.
Yeah,
He got a song with G Herbo. My homeboys ain't no rappers.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I fucks with Juicy J. Slob on my. Not everybody know that song.
yeah,
No matter if you 16, 25,
Yeah.
45, everybody know. My grandma knew that song
yeah.
before
All
she
that
died.
shit, that bands and make a dance and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's still very, relevant in the
Question
South.
for you.
Even 2 Chainz.
Here's what I don't consider. You talking about Florida way down there. Here's what I don't consider the South sometimes. Sometimes. I know Virginia is, but like Maryland
It's
rappers.
so-
Are we saying it's
They got Southern accents, fam. They got-
Logic's from Maryland now? Is he a Southern rapper? Is he really
Damn
a
near.
Southern? He doesn't
Damn
sound
near.
like
You
one,
hear-
but is
when
he?
when he get into his Maryland accent, it don't sound like some East Coast shit. He sound like a slave.
Yeah,
He
I
sound
say
like a
that
slave.
because
Yeah.
I'm always in Baltimore and they country as hell.
country.
But I be
ass
like,
off.
they so close to us. Like,
I feel like they got country hospitality, but if you fuck
I don't
with
want
them,
to.
they'll beat you up. Like
I don't
want to
say that they country because people say we country. Like New York said we country.
New York bougie as hell though. A pack of Newports costs $13.
Yo, New York. New
They said
York,
we
New York
country.
needs to chill with that because, like, they say, like Jersey, like you're, Garden State, like they think we're real, like hickish, and there
Yeah.
are certain parts of Jersey you go to.
South
and you know
Jersey
this.
is
There's
dumb
some weird-
redneck.
weird
Yeah.
redneck shit going on in South Jersey, bro.
But you know what it is though.
Certain
A
parts.
lot of Southern people immigrated from the South to the East Coast.
Yeah.
You feel me?
especially when it's called the Garden State, they're like, I'll fit right in. It's
Let's make
perfect.
a farm.
You know what I mean?
My mom when you feel me?
I don't gotta get a Honda. I
When
can
my-
get a tractor. Like
When
we're
my
good,
mama
you know what I
when
mean?
my mom moved from North Carolina, she went straight to Vineland because it was damn near like North Carolina. You feel me? A lot of farmland.
Vineland's deeply rooted with that shit.
It's nothing but farmland
Yeah.
and gang members, dog. I swear to God,
Yo, what do you think about Flo Rida?
he's a joke.
Talking about Florida, Flo
He can
Rida.
rap for real though, but he's a joke.
To us,
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
don't get it
Yeah,
fucked
he-
up. To us, well, Flo Rida is pop like in that Pitbull category, like all
fact
of
that
that
Pitbull
shit.
is
That's
a-
Miami scene,
Yeah.
Pitbull and Flo Rida.
And Miami, low
They
key
run that shit.
has a big hand in like house music and dubstep and shit.
So who are the people that we appreciate from the 305? Like we're talking like Rick Ross. And,
I appreciate Trick Daddy, Rick Ross.
Yo, Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy was my dude.
I appreciate the fuck
Trick
out of
Daddy.
Trina. She can rap her ass
Yeah.
off, bro.
But the thing about
Shit.
I still fuck with Trina, but Trick Daddy.
Remember the
Yo,
joint?
why don't you
Take
fuck
it
with
to the
Trick
house.
Daddy?
Take it to the house. Who
Why you don't
remembers
fuck
that
with Trick
shit?
Daddy? Hold on.
Have
why don't-
nothing that's.
He ain't got no
Take it to the
substance.
house?
No, I'm talking about then. I said no, I did.
305,
Like right now,
Take It to the House.
I can still fuck with Trina, but when it comes to Trick Daddy, it's like like sit down.
He on Love and Hip Hop now.
Yeah,
That's
sit
how
down.
you know his career.
Yeah,
dude.
sit down. You're like you done.
Yeah, we done with Trick Daddy.
we done with Trick.
Tory
All right,
Lanez
you
used
ready
to
for this
fuck
one?
Trina.
You ready for this one?
Yeah.
What about Chameleonaire?
You know, he could actually rap his ass off, but it was something
He
about.
never showed us.
It was.
He never showed us.
He actually kind of did. Riding Dirty is pretty lyrical. Riding Dirty
It's
is
a
type hard.
story. It's good, but like he was, like he didn't get the respect that he.
I don't think he got the respect he deserved at all.
We all thought that was.
You know
corny.
he's
we all
actually-
like when we hear it now, like it's funny. We use it for like memes and like we
Yeah.
use it like in.
You know
scenes
he's
in
actually
movies,
still
like,
super rich.
Chameleonaire
Yeah.
joint?
yeah,
But they use that for a lot of shows.
a lot of
and
shit.
movies.
He still
A
get
lot of
money
shit.
off that.
You
off
hear that
shit.
song everywhere.
Yeah, it's
Everywhere.
definitely still getting.
He turned his rap money into real estate money. He rich as fuck.
Yeah,
He's rich.
He
as
does
fuck.
real estate?
Look up his net worth right now.
that's crazy.
Chameleonaire is getting money still. You feel me?
So did boy from New Edition. Like he been doing real estate like for years and doing
That's so
good with
crazy.
it.
So why do niggas even get into music? Just to have the money?
Bro, everything. I mean, all right.
You're supposed to
Aside
know how
from
to
rap,
get out.
if you look
Yeah.
at from a business standpoint, it's like everything's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
So like you got to use something to leverage yourself up enough to, you know what I mean? You got to get that power to do other things. But like, how do we feel about Gucci?
Gucci Mane is still.
Are we now say how you feel, and then I'm gonna say something.
Gucci Mane is very, very influential. Very influential.
He is very influential,
And
I was gonna ask you your personal opinion, and then I was gonna back it up with.
Gucci Mane was always
Are
talented.
you going to say you like him because everyone else does?
No, I've always fucked with Gucci Mane.
Because I feel like people just.
I missed his 06, 07 shit, but when he got popping, I was on Gucci Mane. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, and he gave us
He
WAP.
wasn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. He was popping in the South, but he wasn't respected back in 06, 07. Here,
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
why.
because he couldn't rap.
Because we were
couldn't
just
rap.
tired of it. We were like, where the fuck is this shit taking us? Like, we don't want to listen to that non-rapper ass shit. But then that trap scene like popped the fuck
Because
off.
of him and Waka.
You know what I mean?
Him and Waka and T.I.
Yeah.
and Jeezy.
In 2010, 2011, like it really, really, really
2008 is when that shit got super popping because
Yeah.
what's
But I
that
think
nigga
we got to a point where it was around for like 3-4 years, and then we accepted
You know what it was though? You
And
know
we
what
started
it was?
to
You know what
appreciate
it was, and this is why I respect Atlanta's work ethic. It's because them niggas didn't stop. You feel me?
They didn't stop.
The Migos,
and let me
Gucci-
tell you when they started really respecting him, when I did at least too, when it got even more watered down and the artists got even lazier and lazier.
And Gucci
You know what
wasn't
I mean?
fucking
we
with
were
it.
slowly getting into this mumble rap scene. Gucci was. I looked at Gucci at one point as the worst, and then these other new artists coming after him were worse. And I'm like, you know what? He's way better.
Gucci
You know
Mane
what I
can
mean?
rap
Like,
now.
Damn, like
Gucci
yeah,
Mane can
and
really
he
rap
actually
now.
does. Yeah,
Yeah, he comes
stepped
off
his pen
sometimes.
game up a
Yeah.
little bit.
And he can, bro. He's always made bangers.
Yeah,
Gucci Mane can always make
he
a
does.
hit.
He does.
And Waka Flocka, bro, like Waka Flocka
He's
is
for the streets.
Waka Flocka is one of the best non-rap niggas I've ever heard in my life. You feel me? And even Waka
He's
stepped
got
his,
that energy, man.
yeah,
He's got
and
that
even he
energy.
stepped his pen game up.
He's and he has. I mean, I think one of his favorite artists is like Pac.
Pac.
And yeah, like he's got respect for the game.
And Easy E.
Yeah, that's dope. How do you feel about Paul Wall?
Paul Wall was a real big part of my childhood. So was Mike Jones. So was Slim Thug.
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
281-330-04. Get Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow.
So funny, bro. I remember all that shit.
Paul Wall was the first nigga that made me want to get a grill. Paul Wall was actually the first nigga that made me go to my mom and be like, yo, where are we from? You feel me? And she was like, I'm from North Carolina. All your ancestors and all your people is from there. And I started listening to my mom, how my mama talked after that. You feel me? Her southern twang, and I picked it up. Like, that's why you'll hear me, like, speak like that shit sometimes because
Right.
I've really started embracing that shit. Paul Wall is the reason I love being in the South, for real.
Yo, how do we feel about Juvenile?
Get the fuck out of here. Before Wayne stepped up his pen game, Juvenile was the best nigga in that group.
The Hot Boys, bro.
He was the best nigga in that group.
And
the only Crip nigga in that group.
and what was the other bull's name?
BG.
Yeah, BJ.
BG can spit too.
He used to make a lot of music with like Tip back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But
Young
yeah,
Dro was fire. Shoulder
Young Dro is dope.
Rest in peace, Shorty Low.
Rest in peace, Shorty Low.
But out of all of these rappers, who would you say is your?
How do we feel about Yellow Wolf?
Yellow Wolf was popping when I first started listening to him. I was like, yo, this nigga got some talent. But then I got really I fell off Yellow Wolf, and then when I picked him back up,
You
I
like
was
that
like,
trunk music, Yellow Wolf?
not even that, because I recognize that Yellow Wolf can actually really rap, because his verse on One Train is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
He came crazy. Ain't been a rapper this cold since Tupac was frozen, thought out for a spa day at a Coachella show. Crazy.
Yeah, he can spit.
Crazy.
He can spit.
I just don't
That's like Bama's savior.
I just don't like how he composes music. You feel me? I can't sit there and take from
The sound or like 'cause
sonically.
he does.
How
he has that like
how he implements
rock and roll clash with like hip hop, like you
and
know
it's
what I mean?
too reminiscent of Eminem to me, kinda. You feel me? It's
You
like
think so?
it's like he took that one Berserk song from Eminem and like a lot of Eminem's hits and then just took that into his formula. And I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it don't sound like him. I'm saying that
'Cause he is like
he's very
he
original.
grew up on rock and roll.
Yeah,
You know what
one
I
of
mean?
his favorite bands are the Black Crows.
Yeah.
See, I know my Yellow Wolf, my nigga. I know Yellow Wolf. You feel me? Like I'm not just hating on him. I just don't like the way he composes music.
Do you like Killer Mike?
I haven't listened to enough, but I know that he can
Killer Mike
really
is-
spit.
He can spit. Killer Mike is a problem. You know someone that you probably wouldn't. You would be surprised for me to say that I actually really enjoyed them in my childhood, but I like to listen to a lot of Plies. I used to
Plies
listen to a
is
lot of
fire.
Plies, bro.
Plies was the first nigga to ever.
Do you
come
remember?
out.
Do you remember his album, The Realest?
He was the first nigga to ever come out on a song besides like a few other rappers and just spit some grimy shit about females. Like, come here, let me suck your toes and treat you like a slut type shit. Like, Plies is a real southern nigga. Like, a real
Plies-
southern goon nigga.
Yeah.
I fucks with Plies.
Plot like the tracks. I don't know if you remember his album, The Realest, but the track, The Realest, that shit used to hit in my whip, and
You know what I
and
respect
the
about
track
Plies?
All Black, yo, that shit. I used to keep that.
You know
shit
what I
on
respect
repeat.
about him? The fact that he can disappear for years and come back and still be super relevant.
Right.
Niggas fuck with Plies out here.
Yeah, I like Plies.
But personally, I think
Devin the Dude.
I never heard of him.
Devin the Dude's. He's an OG rapper though. He's dope. All in all, bro. Here's what I'm gonna say. You already know how I'm coming. All right, look, I'll break it down into 3 different pockets. Cause this is tough. Best old school like OG rapper. Andre 3000.
Uncle Luke from the South, ain't he?
Uncle Luke is from the South. He's from Florida.
Yeah.
I think 305. And he's dope. Yeah, I think Andre, like, technically speaking, Andre is the best.
He's the
but
technique,
I have to
music.
kind of take him out because
He doesn't have a
he
solo
doesn't
album.
have a solo
Not
album.
one.
Not fucking one, bro.
But the Love Below
The Love Below,
is
yeah, that
basically his solo
it
album.
basically is, but technically it's not because it was a double disc,
And he
Big
got
Boy
a
had
kid
his
with
son.
Erykah Badu.
He's-
And his name is Seven.
That's dope. He's unreal, bro. Like he's like top 5 quality rapper. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I'll
I
put him in
love
my-
3
yeah.
Stacks. I
I'll
love
put
me
him
some
in my
3
top
Stacks.
10.
But like, I can't.
He doesn't have a lot of commercial
I
success
have to
on his
take
own.
him out just solely off of the fact. And when he drops a solo out, it's just not fair for the other artists that have been pushing their solo albums for years. And here's what I got to do. I'm gonna do my favorite, and then I'm gonna do an honorable mention because I've already mentioned the Andre thing and that I love him. T.I. is my favorite. He always will be. I don't think anybody's stealing that
I can
crown.
see why.
T.I. is
T.I.'s my number 2 after
no longer
Wayne.
the king of the South to me. He's the king of the game. Like T.I. is that dude.
He's
Like,
my number
I grew
2
up on
after
him.
Wayne.
I love him. So I'll put T.I. right there as the best. But here's my honorable mention. Weezy did a lot for the game, and I love Weezy. And I grew up on his shit too. And then I'll give a lyricist honorable mention. People watch out for Sci-Hi the Prince because he is a motherfucking
His
problem.
metaphors
I can't talk about
are
him without bringing up
crazy.
Big Crit too. I love Crit.
He's like the Cassidy of
Crit
the South.
is like Andre 3000 mixed with like T.I. mixed with like it's he's ridiculous. He's a problem too. But Sci-Hi the Prince is a fucking
You think he's more slept
problem.
on than Crit?
I don't know about slept on, but I think people know secretly like he's got some shit. But
I think people try to blackball Sci-Hi.
he has some of the best punchlines. His pen game is retarded.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god. So
Ridiculous.
that's how I'm going. I'm going T.I. and then I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Wheezy and Sci-Hi and Crit.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll take Wayne because not only has Wayne been the most influential.
He's the most influential from the game.
He's
I'll
been
say
the
that.
most influential
Southern
rapper
artist.
since 2005, bro.
He has one of the longest careers. The
He's
duration.
been rapper longer than certain rappers have been alive.
That's longevity, bro. He's He's been doing
He's been signed since
ever
he was
since
11.
I was a young kid, and I kind of knew what I just started figuring out what the fuck hip hop was.
Wayne has
From then
always
until
been
now.
there.
He's always been there.
He's always
been
been
relevant.
there. Yeah.
There's never a time he hasn't been relevant.
Even when people try to say that his first 2 albums flopped, look at how much they actually did for the game.
And they did. But you know what? He kept pushing, and here he is.
He saved Cash Money, dog. He saved them.
He did.
You feel me?
He did.
And
He would have just been like a legend. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He saved them. And not only, bro, I don't the thing that makes me mad about Wayne is the reason that Wayne has enough lyrical ability to spit as conscious as Andre and T.I.
And I kind of know that.
But the fact that a lot of his music is just based off like kind of the same formula, I'm not going to say
he's having fun with it. You know what? I can't.
That's what I can appreciate.
I can't even. It's so hard for me to say this.
This man made Lollipop.
From the core of my soul, it is so hard to say this as a lyricist myself. But I believe like there comes a fine line where like Eminem hasn't found this line. Where he still feels like he has something to prove, but like I feel like there comes a fine line where it's like you've given the game a lot. You're enjoy your life a little bit.
I think the reason
I don't want to say Weezy's lazy with it,
he's not.
But he's enjoying his life.
Weezy has a crazy work ethic, bro.
Yeah.
Wayne doesn't.
He
Wayne
does.
has a studio
And
in
he
his
has
house
that.
and still takes that 20-minute drive.
Right.
You feel me? You have to respect that.
He doesn't have to. If he doesn't want, he doesn't have to prove anything to us anymore. But he could. Like we said, he could.
He could. And we're not going to say that Wayne doesn't have conscious songs because he has that one song on the Carter. You're pretending, and that's all I can do. He talks about how he misses his baby moms. You feel me? Like, I love hearing Wayne like that. Even the song Postman is kind of conscious.
Oh, you're talking about
Something You Forgot.
Something You Forgot.
And the joint he has with Jay, he came crazy.
That's one of my favorite Weezy joints. Something You Forgot.
It's a great song.
It was on the same project as I Feel Like Dying, I think.
Nah, it was on the Carter 3.
Or no, that wasn't on Carter 3. That was on.
It was on the Carter 3.
Mm-hmm.
I
Something You Forgot is not on an album. That's a mixtape joint.
Really?
Yeah, that's on. It's on the Drought Is Over 2 Carter 3 sessions.
Okay.
Yep.
Bro, Wayne does have conscious material. He just doesn't have enough. I wish he had more. But at the same time, this is a man who could talk about fucking your bitch 5 different times on 5 different songs and you could still tune in. Wayne's metaphors even are ridiculous. Crazy. Yep. I smoke mad weed. I'm on my high horse. You feel like crazy, bro. Wheezy F. And the F is for how many F words can he come up with?
Yeah,
Wayne's,
but all right, look, I want to stop now and just leave it at that. I'm trying to give this man some. I'm trying to leave on a positive note because some of the shit he says is corny as fuck.
But only Wayne can pull it off.
I'm not gonna say he pulls it off. He just somehow gets away with it.
Wayne is super influential. Super.
I'm gonna leave it at
lyrical.
that. I love the man.
I love everything
much respect
he does.
for him.
But
I could never say anything about it.
My honorable mentions will definitely have to be T.I. and Andre 3000. So I feel like we're kind of on the same page here. You feel me?
Yeah. Because swapped out Weezy
T.I. is such a great rapper, bro.
He's ridiculous, bro.
Such a good rapper.
I don't care.
I don't think he has enough metaphors as Wayne, though.
He's out here selling as much or he's not as relevant as he was. He's always
you put him in a battle with certain other niggas from the South, he'll destroy them.
When he wants to go to war, T.I.
massacre.
T.I. has a certain. Let me tell you something. There's only a couple people that when I hit some of the lowest times in my life that could pull me up, like that have that kind of energy.
T.I.'s very motivating.
Is that guy that can do that? Like when he has something about him that he'll tap into, and he just becomes a totally different person.
He has a shit ton of different pockets too. His
really
pop
does.
hits are crazy, and what I love about T.I.'s pop hits is that it doesn't sound like he's selling out. It sounds like something that he orchestrated.
It's like
himself.
Quality pop rap. You know what I mean? It's not like too popish.
He doesn't really like water down his lyricism.
He never did the Nelly
And some of his hood bangers is
he never
popping.
fusion like Nelly did with like country music, and we were just like, the fuck is
T.I.
going on
has
here?
never had to sacrifice himself.
Never had to do that.
Even like I said, bro, even his hood bangers is popping on the charts. Money, hoes, cars, and clothes.
T.I.
Crazy.
T.I. made the real trap music.
Him and Jeezy are the sculptors of trap music.
Yep.
Him, Jeezy, and Wayne to a certain
And
degree.
I'm much happier to say that that's why I got to side with T.I. over Wayne, because I like trap music way more than I like mumble rap.
How do you feel about Weezy? But but Weezy isn't mumble rap. It's kind of the
But
thing
he
is
created that shit.
But he
somehow,
like,
some way, the babies that are rapping now are a product of him, and they might not sound exactly like him, but that is a part of him. That's a baby.
I feel like those mumble rappers, quote unquote, because I love mumble rap. I feel like they took the most simplified versions of Wayne and his aesthetic and just ran with it.
They're. I don't even want to. I'm not going to get up here.
You can't fully blame Wayne, because after Wayne came, Young Thug came. And Young Thug is just a watered-down version of Wayne. Oh, he got face tattoos, he dressed type flamboyant, and he got a squeaky-ass voice. That's all Wayne. Before Young Thug wore a dress, Wayne wore leggings.
Yo, can you believe this shit? There is such a gay agenda. We're up here talking about this shit again. We're up here talking about this shit again.
Thugger motherfucker is not gay. He fuck bitches. And he really out here banging on
I'm not saying he's
niggas.
gay. I did not. Don't do that. I did not say he's gay. But I'm just saying there's such a gay agenda
Can we
out
talk
there.
about this on the next show?
What?
Like in full? Like the gay agenda?
Oh, man.
Can
See
we
what I'm
talk
saying?
about
Like,
this
see what
on
I'm
the-
saying?
Can we?
They got you. They got you good.
Dicks.
They got Yo.
That zipper over there on your shirt looking real pretty, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, behind zipper number 1, we got.
The gay agenda. And Nick's biceps.
Yo.
All right, so this was a really
Make
good
fun of my
convo.
biceps, dude.
How do you feel about Jeezy?
A lot of work
actually?
into this shit. I love Jeezy.
You definitely got that shirt from Forever 21.
I may or may not have.
You definitely did. I used to
probably
work there.
did,
I used
to
to
be
work
honest
there,
with
nigga.
you.
You can't fool me.
I probably did. I probably did.
Yeah, I remember us having those shits in stock
What's
back
up
when
with that discount?
Bitch, I don't work there no more. Fuck Forever 21. I make more money than everybody there.
That's what I like to hear. How do I like Jeezy? I love Jeezy. I love
Fucks
Jeezy.
with Jeezy.
Yeah.
Jeezy isn't the most lyrical he could be, but his quotables are amazing.
TLM 103.
Trap life music? Is that
Thug Life.
Thug life music?
Thug Life Music 103 or something like that.
He was in
Thug
that.
Motivation 103.
He was in that one joint, that one rap group, Boys in the Hood,
Yeah.
and he's the most successful nigga out of that whole.
Yeah,
joint.
yeah. That was the start of his career. I think him and what's the other dude's name? Jody.
Jody something, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I kind of like both of them, but he popped.
him and Gucci Mane had beef back in the day because him and Gucci Mane is actually real street niggas. That nigga Jeezy used to be with them BMF niggas.
Yep.
You feel me? Like Jeezy is really rapping about his life.
Yep.
That new nigga NBA YoungBoy is garbage.
They tried to clown Jeezy a couple times though.
You can't clown Jeezy because
You
Jeezy
can't.
is a real
He's
thorough street
dude.
nigga.
Like Hove said.
Why you think he got songs with
Hove
Hove?
said Jeezy reminds him of him when he was younger.
Why
He's
you
like
think
the
he
Southern
got
version.
songs with Hove?
You see what I'm saying?
Hove don't do music with niggas he don't respect, dog.
Exactly.
He doesn't.
Real recognize real.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you don't got as much lyrical ability as Hove, he sees something in you that is remnants of him, and he'll do a song with you.
Yep.
Because Hove got a song with someone like Jeezy who isn't nearly on Jay's
Hove
lyrical
doesn't-
level, but back in the day, Hove got a whole 7-10 minute song with Big L, just freestyle.
Hove doesn't co-sign whack artists. He never
doesn't.
will.
And as much as I hate this nigga right
He's a
now,
smart businessman.
as much as I hate this nigga right now, Vic Mensa is one of the best rappers
He's an
in the game.
elitist. He's an
a
elitist.
crazy good rapper.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and let someone say he's not good. He's
Yeah,
dope.
you can't shit on his ability just because he's an asshole
Fuck
in
all
the
that.
public eye. The nigga can rap, and he don't got nobody
Asshole or
writing.
not.
The
I know a lot of
autobiography.
assholes that rap.
The autobiography is a great album,
It's a beautiful album.
and nobody write him. Nobody
Beautiful.
is behind his pen.
No.
Nobody.
No.
You feel me? You cannot sit there and take that from Vic.
That shit was hard.
He's just as talented as Chance is.
Mm-hmm.
Just as him and Chance are right here, and Chance is crazy talented.
Chance has more clout, and that's it. That's
think-
the only difference.
I think, and this is what I'm really excited for when we get back into Spitball, and I'm going to bring up Chance again. Chance is one of the reasons that lyricism is coming back. Acid Rap was a super lyrical album.
Let me tell you something. This is what I like about Chance. Well, I want to shout him out real quick because what I like about Chance is he attracts all types of different fans.
He found the way.
He did because he has mumble rap fans. They like
because
him
he
and
has songs
him.
like "When I Met Her," she asked her who she felt,
right,
and then
and
she wanted to put
fun.
this coochie on the coochie belt.
Music. It's not so serious, right? So he attracts those fans, and they listen to him.
But you know why though?
So then they end up listening to his lyrical.
You know
shit
why
and
though?
Start liking it, bro.
Because Chance
need that.
Chance loves Wayne.
He does.
All of those super trappy, bouncy sound kind of sounding songs on Acid Rap are from the mumble rap Wayne era.
This is exactly why I do what I do. We need more versatile artists because like when you can pull fans from you can't please everyone.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean? As an artist, we can't please.
But how many people hate Chance?
But at the end of the day, right? That's why
how many people hate Chance, bro?
Hip hop's golden boy. You can't hate him. You know what I mean?
Independent, co-signed by every single lyricist and fucking new wave nigga.
Shifting the culture.
Chance is going to be a gatekeeper, and if not, he probably already is.
I think he is.
And he's not even 27 yet.
Kind of.
He's getting there, bro. The minute he has a song with Kendrick, Cole, and
I'm telling you right now,
he's going to get an M feature. I promise you, he'll get an M and a J feature. I promise you, he will.
Probably will.
I promise you, he
probably will.
He already has a song with Wayne.
Yeah, he probably will.
He will.
He could do no wrong.
I promise you, Earl will get an M feature.
We really need that though. I think that will kind of clean the game up a little bit. And drop some of this, cut the fat off.
Imagine Earl and Chance on a song, fam.
Imagine what?
Earl and Chance on a song.
I still got to dive into Earl.
Earl is so talented.
I really got to. I know he is. I know he is.
Can I spit you a verse for him? I'm a hot, unbothered astronaut, crashing wild jack and off for buffering vids of Asher Roth eating applesauce. Sent to Earth to poke Catholics in the ass with sauce and not blunt ashes into their caskets and laugh it off. Twisted sicker than mad cattle. In fact, I'm off 6 different liquors with a Prince wig plastered on. Stop screaming, bitch. You shouldn't be that alarmed. The big lips was in the attic arm with an addict's arm. Earl puts the ass in the assassin, then puts the pieces of decomposing bodies in plastic, puts them in the pan, then mixes it up with scat, then gobbles it like fat black bitches and catfish. He was 16. Were you that good at 16? Be honest with me.
No.
I wasn't good. I wasn't that good at 16.
I wasn't. My mind worked that way. My thought, what I wanted to say,
but I couldn't put it.
Told
to
me
the bag,
to do it, but I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm just like motherfucker.
And Earl's dad, God rest his soul, was a world-renowned poet. Some of the builders of hip hop take from Earl's father and Gil Scott Heron and shit like that. And the Freestyle Fellowship, they sampled one of Earl's dad's like songs or some shit like that. But fucking this is a really good topic, bro. But like I said,
beautiful topic. Like
I said, bro, if give it 2 years, Chance will be a gatekeeper. All he needs is a Drake feature, an M feature, and a J feature.
Listen, there's only 2 ways. It's about to be 2019. Either you're a gatekeeper or you're a gaykeeper.
Oh my God,
it's one or the other.
Chance and Andre 3000 on the song, bro. I'll jizz my pants.
It's coming.
Just like me, if that song does.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. All right, so, yo. There is such a gay agenda, bro. We can't escape it. Yeah. This shit is really just attached to us now.
It is.
And I'm not
like
okay
our dicks.
with that. I'm gonna go take a shower and I'm gonna let dicks take over. You guys enjoy yourselves. All right. So for the second topic today, for What's the Wave, we got Tory Lanez. Yo, everyone, let's just give this man a round of applause for dropping a dope ass project.
Woo! This project is called You Love Me Now, and I've loved him ever since. Oh, my God, bro. One of the best hip-hop pop albums I've heard in such a long time.
It's so pop.
And it's still so Tory.
It's like, yo, it's so pop charts. And that shit, is it number 1 yet?
It was number 1 on Apple Music the day after it came out.
Wow. And he deserves that. I'm proud of my man,
People
Tory
sleep on
Lanez.
him so hard.
He's on the rise, man.
And it shouldn't have taken 3 albums.
The album was super dope. I love the concept of basically, yo, who the fuck
He did it.
Who's the girl that broke this man's heart?
Why Do You Love Me kills me, bro.
Yo, like,
Why Don't You
he's
Love Me,
basically,
actually.
he's stunting on this chick. He's flexing.
I got
on
a
her.
flex, diamonds and checks. All of this shit that you did just for yo.
He really like he's out of here trying to let her know like you fucked up.
What I took from that
I
song,
mean, like,
what I took from that song is that the only reason he flexes is so he doesn't have to feel the pain from that heartbreak. Because he wouldn't name the song "Why Don't You Love Me." Yep. He's trying to take those diamonds and pearls that he buys all the fucking time and replace it with the girl that really left him. And you know, on his first album, I Told You, he talks about how one of his girlfriends got 3 abortions. Yeah. I think it's on Loners Boulevard or something like that.
Yeah, I really the one thing that was missing on the album that I wish he had, and I'm not mad because when I compose albums now, like I have a lot of work that I'm doing. We have work together. I want every project to be different. Yeah. So, you know,
none of his projects sound the same.
None of the projects sound the same. Now, where I do, here's why I do think Memories was a little better.
He rapped his ass
just
off.
Because he rapped a little more. You know what I mean? And that's fine. He doesn't have to. He doesn't need to rap. He could put out albums like this for the rest of his career and have a healthy career.
Because Say It is super successful.
Right. Yes, that's a great point. But I did want to hear him rap a little bit, maybe like 1 or 2 tracks. You know
Why
what
Don't
I mean?
You
But
Love
like,
Me? He kind of rapped. He like did the singing rap thing.
Yeah.
But he didn't
I wanna
snap
hear
like
him rap.
he
I
didn't
wanna
snap
hear him
like he
rap.
usually does.
Like we know he can, like he does. You know what I mean?
No
we
one
know he
can-
can freestyle. Like we know,
Bro,
that
can
man
he?
can. He says some shit. You put me on to that,
Bro.
he definitely
He's a
he
beast.
He can do the damn thing. So.
Yeah, he can really rap.
That's the only thing that was missing for me. You know what I mean? Other than that, I think it as a collective, I think it was a dope ass project.
Great features.
And it's something that you can bump and listen in the whip or in the club with anybody.
Do you like Ferris Wheel?
What's that?
Ferris Wheel is the song with Trippie Redd on that shit.
I like them all. To be honest with you, I like them all.
Did you fuck with Trippie's verse? He said, "Shake the fat ass on my paws, little bitch." Yo, Trippie snapped on that shit. He said, "Keep on dancing, happy."
It's not the worst like of that kind of music. It's not the worst that I've heard.
I love when Trippie Redd
am
raps.
I like excited to go hear his verse when I put on the album? No, but
I love when Trippie Redd raps because he sounds like he has autism. He sounds like he has like Down syndrome when he raps sometimes. Like when he does that little like the verse he did on "I Kill People." Shawty, you know I kill people, real people from the trenches. He sounds like he has Down syndrome, but like Trippie can actually really rap. He actually knows his roots. He listens to Max B. He did a freestyle on Tim Westwood and he was really like coming type crazy. Like Trippie can really rap. But I think my favorite feature on that I think was Gunna's. Like Gunna actually really snapped on the Miami joint. I think it was. He really came crazy. I fuck with Gunna on that shit.
Yo, the joint with Meek.
Meek didn't come as hard as he could have.
They all kind of meshed. No, but what I liked is they all kind of meshed really well. Like
when
yeah,
you
Meek could have rapped, but like
when you listen to the album in full, you understand it.
Yeah, because like it meshed well. Like I heard they have a project coming out together.
Yes, they are working
Meek
on a
and
joint
Tory
album.
Lanez are dropping like
so are him and Tory
a
and
lot
Chris
of artists
Brown.
are doing that right now.
Yeah,
we are too. You know what I mean? Like that's I like that. You can team up with another artist that's so different and make beautiful work.
You can.
You know what I mean?
Tory and Chris Brown have they're working on an album together. They're 10 songs in.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great album. Chris
Yeah,
Brown is super talented.
Yeah, it is.
And I think
Chris Brown is versatile. He can rap too.
when I hear that album, I want at least 2 or 3 songs with Tory without any auto tune.
I want to hear
because
he
he can really sing, bro.
Yo, so look, that's the other problem I have, and I'm so glad you brought it up. I don't like the heavy auto tune on every track.
And his
right?
baby singing voice.
I used to appreciate when
my
Weezy
God.
gave us like 1 or 2 of those on an album, but not the whole fucking thing. Come on now. Like, we don't need that. You know damn right you can sing. You don't need that.
But the reason Tory does it is the same reason T-Pain does it. It adds an extra little bit of flavor.
It does, but
it doesn't.
We
it
don't
doesn't,
need that much. We don't need that much.
Every
You
song
don't need every.
He has old songs like "Fall Back" where he uses no auto tune. He has old songs like
It works sonically because
It
the whole
does.
thing sounds good like that.
Mhm.
But like you don't.
You-
Let's take it out a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Let's take it down a little bit. But all in all, it was a dope project. I
It was.
Really like it.
It was
Now,
a really great project.
Tory Lanez is, he's number 1 right now. Is he still number 1?
I believe so.
He probably is, most likely. which is
because what Tory does is that he waits for everybody else to drop an album.
That's what Cole does.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are getting smart out here. Like Cole waits till the end of the year and surprises us with an album
It's
every
November,
time,
bro.
And we're like, yo, I think Cole's probably coming with something. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm calling it. I think Cole's coming with something, and
if he
that's
doesn't,
what he does, bro.
if
You
he
won't
doesn't-
hear from the man for like 6-7 months, and then boom, all
if
of a
he
sudden.
doesn't rap for real, like I know he can.
Bro, he always raps. He
Bro,
always raps.
I'm telling you, Cole has
he raps
something
so well
I'm
and
telling
found
you,
a pocket to rap
I'm
so well.
telling you,
with
Cole
these
has
new
something
flows and all that
different.
shit.
Cole has something hidden inside of him, bro,
He
that he
does.
doesn't show people. Probably that
Let
he
him
only,
grow into what he's doing right now because KOD.
He did
was
say that-
Yo, he. I saw a lot of growth from him on KOD, and I'm talking about him surviving in this new climate. Before that, he was just Cole, the Cole that we know. KOD, I loved so much because I don't like the new. Like as an artist, we have to find ways to like stay relevant.
His technique was so watered
and bro,
down.
he really just he did it, man.
He had a lot of quotables, but his technique was so watered down, bro.
It was so, but that's the shit that's going on out here.
I don't agree
and
with
he
that.
did it better, and like
I don't agree with that because Cole doesn't ever need to do that.
I appreciate when like, well, neither does Eminem, but he did it too. You know what I mean? Like I love when,
But
I
Eminem
love when
kept his technique.
he did. Well, M's just M. He's just.
I don't think he can rap any other way.
Yeah,
to be honest,
he just goes
I'm
hard.
telling
no
you,
matter what.
he puts his grocery list in a rap format.
What do you mean?
All
M?
of his grocery list is a
M?
multi-syllable rap.
It probably is.
Gotta go to the grocery store, and I'm about to purchase some more eggs. But nah, Tory is another person, and I think this is something that Cole is probably doing.
Yo, North's laughing because of the freestyle.
But nah,
No, that's
bro,
just Henda. We're working on his freestyle game. You know what I mean? Like,
don't disrespect me like that.
look at how he's looking at me right now. You see how he's looking at me?
Don't disrespect me.
He wants to
me
give
like
us some
that.
bars right now.
What? I just made that shit up.
Yo, no, because he said M puts his. We somehow ended up bringing M back up again, and he
M
put
puts his grocery list in a rap format.
He said he puts his grocery list
It's
in a
all
rap form.
it's all multi-syllables. No matter what the grocery list is, he finds a way to do it.
He probably does.
Eminem doesn't know how to not rap. He
But,
doesn't
like,
know how to not rap.
But you
I
can't-
guarantee you, he talks to his daughter and makes at least 5 words rhyme on accident.
I'm so dumb.
On accident.
All right, so shout out to Tory Lanez
Haley, where have
for
you
dropping
been?
the.
It's 11 o'clock. You need to come in.
I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you. Yo, she's a grown ass woman. What are you talking about?
That don't mean shit.
He
still find a way to ground her.
All right, next topic: spitballing. So, what's the new wave in hip hop? I feel like there's a new subgenre or new wave coming in hip hop. What do you think it is?
These are the 3 things that I think are becoming the forefront, one thing that is coming back, and one thing that is ahead of the future. Right now with hip hop, we're coming with like we have like a more versatile version of quote unquote mumble rap, because some of these quote unquote mumble rappers are stepping their pen game up. Pump has come crazy lately. Esketit is crazy. Like he really does rap. There's no substance in it, but his technique, he really does come crazy. And his versatility is getting up there. He has this new song with X, God rest his soul, called Arms Around You, that isn't really even like mumble rap at all. It's like a wavy house kind of like melodic, tropical sounding John. And it's like a Jamaican
I think there
house
is
step
something
John.
different from mumble rap. I don't
Even
think it's
Trippie
mumble
Redd
rap.
is super versatile. He has a song with Diplo called I Wish, and it's on a piano beat. It's like real snares, like fucking. And X, I feel like, kind of started this because X has songs like Looking for a Star, Riot, Rare Part 2 that are all like actually. Looking for a Star is like a dubstep techno song with Diplo. Rare is when he's actually rapping, and so is Slipknot, so is Riot.
So what would you say is the most like?
I think mumble rappers are starting to realize that they actually need to show
That
us
they
that
actually
can
suck.
rap. I'm not gonna say that they suck because mumble rap is fire, but a lot of these
But they suck at rapping.
technically speaking,
rap?
they're not.
Rap.
Yeah. Technically speaking, they're not that great of rappers. But I think the fact that they are able to make really good songs based off simplicity is a talent in itself. And I think even the rappers that we like are starting to implement that when it comes to their hooks and choruses, because Schoolboy Q is someone who doesn't make super difficult, technical hooks. He makes very simple hooks, and he learned that formula from people like 50 Cent makes very simple hooks, but they're very, very catchy.
50 Cent back in his time, like, in his era, like 2003 to like 2006, 7, like when he popped off for a minute, like he was like the hook master.
He was.
You know what I mean?
He was.
Like, he really.
And I think, like I said, these mumble rappers are really starting to show us their talent, not only with how they can rap, but with their versatility and going to different genres. And that's because of the wave that's coming next. I see a lot of these new age rappers kind of getting into like the emo phase, dyeing their hair, getting a lot of tattoos. Some of them are wearing makeup. Some of them are wearing different colored eye contacts. Some of them are wearing, stuff that I used to wear back when, like, post-hardcore was a thing, like striped shirts. Even the fashion is changing to a more grunge, emo-ish look. They're starting to sing a lot more. They're starting to talk about their feelings a lot more.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think it's something that we need for hip-hop as far as mental health goes and as far as just versatility goes, because not a lot of rappers are talking about their mental health. I
think people secretly are. I think mental health is becoming a prominent thing in hip hop.
I think Kendrick is a real big reason for it,
and people don't even realize that they're making it happen yet. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't understand what they're doing.
I don't think they understand. Like, I think, like 9 times out of 10, if you put on a song today, like, rappers are talking about their their feelings and they're talking more emotionally. Like, the emo rap is really coming, and like, they don't even realize, like, if for example, if you were to ask these artists, like, what type of music do you make? Are you, like, they wouldn't say
they don't call themselves rappers.
They wouldn't call themselves like an emo rapper, but
it is pretty fucking emo.
But they're emo. Mm-hmm. Like, they wouldn't even understand that they're in that category.
It's like, and these are some of the people who took that, who started it. People like A$AP Rocky, people like Lil Wayne, people like Kendrick, people like Drake, and people like Cole are the reason these new found rappers are starting to be a little bit conscious, but only doing it in a mumble rap kind of way. Cause there's songs that Peep has that are kind of like mumble rapish. I'm sorry, I mean the cheesesteak. There's songs that Peep X have that are kind of mumble rapish as far as it sounds sonically.
If this ain't the most raw fucking radio show, I don't know what is.
But as far as their talent and as far as what they're talking about, as far as the content, they're not holding anything back with how they feel. Even people like Lil Xan. Lil Xan, they tried to crucify him because he has a song called Betrayed, and it talks about, and people tried to take that song and be like, oh, he's glorifying Xanax. But if you watch an interview, Xan is like, no, I'm not glorifying it. I'm talking about how I had a real bad Xanax issue and I wanted to get off of it. That's why the hook is Xan's going fake.
You can understand, but his name, like, alone, like, you can understand.
He only named that himself because he's
but he doesn't. But take this into account. I don't think he really did too much thinking on that, and that's cool.
No,
and
of course
look,
not.
You can do that. Okay, it's freedom of speech. You could do whatever the fuck you want. All right, but you got to realize what that does to, like, these kids when they see that.
That's why he changed his name to Diego.
He doesn't have a second to explain. You might not have that second to explain. As soon as a little kid finds out that someone's name is Lil Xan,
but they're going to start doing Xans.
Guess what they're going to do? Guess what they're popping at?
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's why he changed his name to Diego. That's his government name. But I feel like the emo rap scene, it's gonna have different genres. Like, I feel like in the next few years, rap isn't gonna be rap. I feel like it's just gonna be a shit ton of genres cultivated into one. You feel me? Bro, get it off me. Did I get it off? Stop playing with me.
You don't even imagine what these people think. Like,
but I feel like the emo rap scene is gonna have fucking Hold on, let me get something off my face. I feel like the emo rap scene is gonna have lyricism, mumble rap.
It already does. It already does.
Yeah.
It does. They tell stories. You know what I mean? They got. You don't need to be like. We don't need to be the most technically. We don't need to see the technical hip hop all the time. You know, we don't need to see you rapping like that. But as long as you have like something, some kind of storyline or something to follow, some kind of substance, whatever it may be.
I'll fuck with you.
That's cool. You know what I mean? Entertain me. I need my mind stimulated. I need something like us intellects. We need to listen to something that will give us something to think about.
That's the reason why Logic is super successful. He found a way to make his pain into money.
Absolutely. Yeah. I respect him a lot. And
a lot of his songs are super fun.
Very fun.
But
yeah.
he talks about some real life
very
shit.
Uplifting. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we live in a very depressed society these days. You know what I mean? And people don't even realize it. They're very depressed. They're hurt. So like when you're an uplifting artist, by accident, they're lifting your spirits up. You're listening to something, you have fun, and you end on a positive note. And when you end on a positive note, you're like, damn, like it does something to you, and you're like, I want to go back and listen to that artist. Subconsciously, you want to listen to it because it made you feel good. That's kind of what it did to me. Like when I listened to it, I was at peace. So I was like, yo, I think I'm like a fan of this dude because he kind of helped.
That's why I listen to
like
it. That's why I listen to a shit ton of mumble rap.
I don't want to hear motherfuckers bringing me down. You know what I mean? I had enough of that shit.
That's something I've been trying to master as an artist too, like turning my pain into something positive rather than just making it all dark and emo themed. You feel me? Cause
it's tough because as an artist,
you
can release that pain by making painful tracks, but that might hurt someone. It could do two different things. It depends. Like perception is reality. It's all how you're looking at it. Like
but I think that
somebody might be like, yo, that's relatable. Like I'm
not
lonely. Like
somebody else might be so down and listen to that song and off it.
Exactly, and that's
I don't want to be responsible for that.
You're not. It's not your fault, but at the end of the day, you can perpetuate something like that. You can, as an artist, we have a big responsibility. It's huge, and
that's
it kind of sucks because like I don't want to think like that all the time. Sometimes I just want to have fun with my music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to think all the time that we have this responsibility, but there's nothing you could do about it. It is what it is. Like
being as talented as we are, we can't.
We are the voice. We have the voice that these other kids don't have. So when we say stuff on a record, it could actually make a kid fuck around and do something, and really that wasn't your intention.
You even told me that
you know what I mean?
when you first started listening to M, you knew damn well you wasn't supposed to be listening to that violent ass racial.
No,
music.
absolutely not. But I was drawn into it. I was 10 years old, bro. I was when I first stumbled upon him. I think I was like 9. I should not have been listening to that shit at all. But
I'll tell you straight up, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to be a drug dealer is because of 50 Cent and Dipset.
It had you wanting to hit the streets and do some shit.
Bitch, I knew what a bird was before I was 13.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man.
It's ridiculous.
And think about it. From when you were younger and when I was younger, like, it's only getting worse, bro. Kids, when we were that age, kids today that are that age now, know so much more than we did.
I know young niggas who want to sell drugs right now and live in a suburban area where they don't need to be taking that kind of step. It don't make no sense. And
wait, break this down again. You know kids at what?
I know kids in suburban areas right now that listen to so much watered down music, and they want to start hitting the block and sell drugs.
And that I don't understand.
That's stupid.
I'll never understand that because like
your mom and dad just paid your college tuition.
Let me explain this. I have so much respect for a hustler, okay? Because I have a hustle mentality, and I always will respect a hustler. I always respect if you know how to. By any means, get it done. By any means necessary. You got a family to support. You got yourself to support. You got to make it happen. You got to go get $1. I respect the fuck out of it. But hold on. But here's my thing. We got to start finding ways to get out of. You know what I mean? If you're hitting the streets illegally and you're doing some shit, I respect that you're providing for your family. But we got to start finding ways to legally do that because there are legal hustles just as much as there's illegal hustles. And the thing is, a lot of people glorify that street life, and they, just like you said, they want to do it.
You don't.
And they don't even first of all, they don't need to do it, okay? Second, they're glorifying it because they want to be respected because they think it's cool. I know people that actually need to do it. They need to. They don't have another. They can't get a job. They can't do anything with themselves, so they actually do it. And I respect them way more than just sitting around on your ass and doing nothing. Because I don't respect the lazy man that sits around and does nothing. But like, you really need to like take a second to realize that there's a way out. Why the fuck would you want to go backwards? Especially if you're not from that, if you don't need to, if you're not from that street life, why would you put yourself in that environment and do that? Why? You don't need to.
Let me give you a story.
It's stupid.
This is one kid I knew, right? And niggas knew that he was a hustler. Niggas knew that he didn't really need to because he lived in an alright household and shit was okay, like financially in his crib. And I know a few dudes that, without like incriminating them, I know a few dudes who knew that he was hustling, was taking their turf, and was making more money than him when they needed to come up. And this dumbass suburban white boy thought he was safe. A week later, his pack was gone. His pack was gone. Niggas ran into his crib, took everything he had.
But why would he? That's my whole point.
Because he was a dumbass. He was moving. He thought that being a street nigga, and he thought that selling weed was a cool thing to do. He thought that selling coke was a cool thing to do. When it really, niggas needed to come up. So niggas took everything he had.
Because that basically you just argue my whole point. My whole point is there's some people that have no other option. They're really a crab in a bucket. You know what I mean? And they're looking for a way out. So when it's survival by any means, shit ain't really sweet out here.
And that's why niggas went to his house.
And a lot of people don't realize, and that's it brings back the topic of why we have such responsibility as artists, because a lot of these kids will grow up like people think my childhood was sweet. It wasn't. And there's a lot of people that grow up. I knew a lot of friends that grew up and shit was like real sweet and picture perfect. But I don't really know what went on behind closed doors, because nobody does. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that grew up in a very safe environment with a lot of opportunity, and they didn't have to go out and hit the streets, right? Mm-hmm. But they're listening to music where that's all they're hearing. You know what I mean? So then they go involve themselves in that and put themselves in that situation. Why would you do? You're going backwards in life. Why would you do that? You know what I mean?
I go into niggas' houses
because you care what the next man thinks of you. Come on, please.
I go in some of these niggas' houses because I'm cool with some of these niggas, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck you got a strap for? Like you live in the suburbs, bro. Don't nobody want to.
Yeah, that shit doesn't make you cool, man.
Word.
Being a like they always say, like being a real gangster is someone that takes care of their family and their kids, and you know what I mean, provides.
And only real gangsters have said that.
They do it because they have to do it, and they get it done.
Every G nigga I've ever encountered, and every rapper I've ever encountered that is really from that life has always said, bro, this street life is not no gangster life.
Yeah.
They'll
encourage you to get out of it. They'll say, this is not for you, don't do it.
We do this shit because we have to take care of our families, nigga. I wish I couldn't go on the block.
Right.
I wish I didn't have to put on this flag. I wish I didn't have to be from this neighborhood.
The people that glorify it, they're not gangsters, bro.
Niggas is dumb.
They're dumb as shit. They're so dumb. So, like, look, at the end of the day, it's freedom of speech. You can make whatever type of music you want. We need a balance. So we can't have all music go one direction. We can't have all lyricists. We can't have all non-street, trap rappers. We can't have that. We can't. We need a balance.
The balance is coming.
I want there to be that, but at the end of the day, let's just be a little more conscious of some of the shit. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day.
The balance is coming, bro.
We need it.
It really is.
We need a balance.
All of this fucking... Hold on. All this barbaric-ass, stupid-ass music that isn't helping anybody's mindset.
What up, guys? What up? The connection. We're live.
This nigga's live right now.
Connect the dots between hip-hop and mental health. My man's eating a cheesesteak.
He a camera whore.
My man is crazy.
But nah. What's going to happen is that motherfuckers is going to take the mumble rap sound, and Chance already did it. Motherfuckers is going to take the mumble rap sound.
I don't know that I like that. I don't want to call it that.
Hold on. They're going to take the mumble rap trappy sound, then take soul. They're going to take jazz. They're going to take punk. They're going to take all this different shit and turn it into their own shit. And no one's going to really sound the same, but all the elements are going to be there.
If you can take some of the technical aspects of today's rap and blend it with funk soul and jazz.
That's my playlist. That's my playlist.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
For real.
You know what I mean?
So what's next?
So the next topic today, for mental health, we're going to talk about seasonal depression.
A lot of people think seasonal depression isn't real, but I've had real life encounters with people.
So let's break down for all the people tuning in right now. Let's break down what seasonal depression really is.
It's like if the winter comes around, you just become.
Shout out to North. North's in the building.
Hey, like when the winter comes around, there are some people who just get chemically more depressed because of the aesthetic of winter and the weather and the climate and the lack of sunlight. Vitamin D makes you super happy.
Naturally, you can't help it because like mentally.
But there are some people who mentally can't control how depressed they get. You feel me?
Well, look, mentally, like your brain, like I don't know if people realize this, like physically you can push yourself to limits that you don't even know. Like I'm gonna break it down in the sense I'm gonna use like I'm gonna use an example of like someone like with fitness, like working out. Like we can push ourselves more than you actually think. Mentally, we can't. When you go to sleep at night, like yes, you need to recover your muscles and all that shit. But when you go to sleep, it's more about your mind. You know what I mean? Your mind needs to rest. Okay? It's not so much your body. So when you don't get like certain vitamins from like the sun, like if it's dark and cold, naturally it depresses you. Like when it rains, people get depressed, right? So in the wintertime, we see a lot more dark and cold times, so that's very depressing. Yeah. Yes. That I encourage everybody to go if you're like a health freak or you're, maybe you have like a deficiency in like a vitamin deficiency or some kind of shit, and you don't get like iron or you don't get this or that or vitamin whatever. I encourage everybody to go get because I found out about what is it called, a sun lamp? Sun lamps. They're pretty dope. I've been seeing a lot of articles and reading up on shit. I'm thinking about getting one. You know what I mean? They got salt lamps, sun lamps, all kinds of different shit.
They got shopper lamps too, bro.
What about a salt sun lamp? Do they have both yet?
You trying to get dehydrated?
That's good. He said you trying to get dehydrated.
But nah,
funny as shit.
My baby mom's is one of those people, and I don't even think it's a vitamin deficiency with her personally, because she's one of the only people I really know. But I've literally seen her come into a room super depressed,
right?
Like more depressed than she should be about the weather. You feel me? Like, sure, it's not a great day outside, but she's like sad, like mentally it not okay.
It really does that.
And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And she's like, I don't know. It's just the seasons. Like, makes me this depressed. And I'm like, do you need anything? Like, do I need to call the hospital? Like, what is wrong?
That's why, like, in the wintertime, like, this is how I look at it. Like, in the wintertime, it's just time to hustle. It's time to grind. You know what I mean? Like, for some people, it's cuffing season. For me, it's hustle season. Like, it's time to get out there and get some shit done. Keep your mind focused on something. And then in the summertime, let's kick back and relax and enjoy. Like, it's the other way around for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
But, like, you get seasonally depressed. It's like being, like, I'm depressed all year round, 365. But in the winter, it's worse.
It's worse. Yeah, it's.
Anytime I've ever tried to kill myself, except for, like, once, was in the winter. And I spent months just not being able to get out of bed. And it's exponentially worse in the winter. And like,
so for the people that have the seasonal depression, imagine how much worse it is for those of us that, you know what I mean? It's just, it's worse in the wintertime. Like, that's.
Yeah, but like you're talking.
You guys
about,
good over there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
You're like talking about how it's like your hustling season. Like there's months where you cannot get out of bed. There's no space to hustle.
I've been there. I mean, yeah. Everyone that's ever faced like a side of depression, you know, like people get it in different doses. Like some people are depressed all year round, and I would imagine the winter, you know, only makes it worse.
The summer makes me more depressed.
The summer makes you more depressed?
Yeah.
Break that down. Like, how does that work?
When I was 16, 17, I spent the whole summer in my house not showering because I was super, super sad. I was not showering. I lost some of my complexion When I looked into I was doing drugs and I was not showering and I wasn't going outside. I wasn't getting any vitamin D. I lost some of my complexion. I looked into the mirror one day. My eyes were sunken in. I was pale. I've never seen me pale before. And ever since after that, and after Bo died, because his birthday's on July 4th, I don't fuck with the summer. I don't like July. I don't like August, and I don't like November. And that's because of half of that is because of the seasons. Half
Probably
of that is
because it was such a bad time.
It's like super cathartic, yeah.
Yeah, when you go through certain like traumatic experiences, and then you face like something again, it gives you like a little reminder of it, and that'll put a bad taste.
And
in
the
your mouth.
heat fucks the heat really fucks with my bipolar. It makes me super manic because it's so fucking hot. And it makes me super mad.
Yeah, no, listen, I can relate in a sense because there's two times I'm good all the time except for if I'm hungry or I'm hot. If you mix the both together,
I get so
if
pissed.
I'm in a hot room for too long, I'll start getting aggravated. You know what I mean? You better get the fuck away. Yeah.
His ladies and gentlemen.
That's why my place is like a fucking icebox.
When the poles shift and climate change takes full effect, I promise you, the South Pole will be in Nick's apartment.
Facts.
Right on his couch.
Facts.
Right on it.
Yeah.
Every time I walk into this man's crib, I really, really, really go down in temperature. I can't stand it.
Because look, you can, when it's hot, you got to drop that shit lower. Like when you're hot, and I get agitated, I gotta wait for it to cool off. There's only what am I gonna do? If I have guests over, I'm not gonna walk around naked. You know what I mean? But if you know what I'm saying. But if it's cold, I can put on layers. I can layer up and bundle up. That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah.
And then I can strip them off if I'm too hot. But I don't ever want to be in a situation where it's hot.
I don't have,
and I'm trying to regulate how I feel in that environment. Fuck.
And I never want to be in a
You
situation
know what I
where
mean?
I'm too cold and don't have enough clothes.
I don't have any time for that shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? If I'm cold, I can put on a hoodie or something.
Word, facts. I definitely feel you.
Yeah.
I don't like any season, to be honest. As far as fuck the depression.
I like
part.
the fact that we live in an area where we get 4 seasons. I really appreciate it because it's about the activities. I snowboard, so I enjoy the winter activities. I like the outdoors. You know what I mean? So I like going in the woods. When the all the trees and everything is covered in snow. It's like a winter wonderland. I like that shit.
Hotel.
It's dope. And then the summer, you know what I mean? You could do a lot more in the summer. Everybody's out. There's so much more to do. But I appreciate the 4 seasons. And I think if I lived in Florida all year round, or if I lived in Canada or somewhere where it's always cold, I don't think I would.
Canada's
enjoy
not
it as
always
much.
cold though.
It would take the value out of
Canada has a summer. It's just not as hot as ours.
It's just
it's 75 degrees.
Yeah. But that shit gets cold.
Cold, bitch.
Germany gets cold and we're on the same fucking line. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Germany, actually, what is cool about Germany in the summer, their sun doesn't go down until 11 o'clock.
It stays light forever.
Yeah.
Going to a party outside in the summer.
Imagine going to Germany in the summer and getting lit from 1 in the fucking afternoon till 11 o'clock. You don't need a 2 to 3 to 3 a.m. party. You know how in Jersey, we start parties at 9, they end at 4. Bitch, in Germany, parties start at 12. Nigga, we turn for 10 hours.
Yo, here's the thing. Here's what's wrong with America. If we're talking about drinking, they know how to drink in other countries because they eat and drink. So they drink a lot more. They consume a lot more alcohol.
Fuck that.
What we do is we don't eat. We just go, we go out and drink. We don't eat. And we get really sick. And then that shit, it's only so long you can last, and it just...
You pre-carb. That's what they do in Germany. You eat a bunch of carbs right before you go
Exactly.
out. They just get super, super drunk.
The best nights that I've had that last the longest and have had the most fun, I'll load up on food.
Hella spaghetti.
And then I'll go drink a lot, and then I'll eat again, and then I'll drink a lot more, and it's amazing. You know what I mean? That shit lasts it's amazing. Shit's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
Yo, Nick has the greatest radio personality, boy.
Fuck yeah, man.
I see him on infomercials and shit.
Fuck up.
Remember y'all first show I said that.
Yeah, facts. If your rap career don't work out, you should just be an infomercial marketer, my nigga.
Nah, that shit's gotta work, but
For me, you should
fuck a
market
plan
your
B out here.
your
But
window
yeah, no, I'm
cleaning
really,
business.
you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get all this shit.
I want to be number 2 on Spotify, right beside Joe Budden.
I want to be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You're very ambitious. Wow. Post Malone did that. Huh? Yeah, he did.
What?
He said you just KRS wonders.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
That nigga Post Malone.
that's how shoes coming.
That nigga Post Malone, he beat the Beatles record for more for
Yo,
as many
Post Malone is so dope.
singles on the
I
Billboard.
have so much respect for him.
And he has yet to rap. He has not
Um,
rapped at all in his whole career.
Yo, he's so dope, man. Like
So
he's a back to the Yellow Wolf topic. Like it's very different, but he doesn't rap.
Different
But
formula,
he's like
same
rock
essence,
and roll
yeah.
and fusion with hip hop. But it's like he found that lane. Like
Post Malone is the emo fucking...
it's like grunge.
He's the emo boy gatekeeper.
It reminds me of like the shit I grew up off, like the '90s alternative rock.
Yeah. Him and
You know,
Pete.
mixed with the
It's like if 3 Days Grace made a hip hop album, and Yellow Card executive produced it.
oh my god,
And Green Day wrote it.
I'm done with you after that one.
But nah, bro, seasonal depression is super real. Like,
Yeah,
I've definitely seen people get way more sad than they usually are in the fucking winter.
very much so.
Like,
Yeah.
I know motherfuckers who get super sad in the summer like me, and they don't have any traumatic thing stemming from it. They just get super sad in the summer. They just
Yeah, I think
really
you know
hate
what
themselves.
a lot of people like you know people with mental health issues, like people that have chemical imbalances and shit. You just gotta find like what it is like you lack. You know what I mean? And
Get a
really
vitamin
balance that
basket.
shit out. Like yeah, you gotta first off you
vitamin
gotta
basket.
get in touch with like your nutrition levels and like
Hell
level
yeah.
everything out in your body. And there's nothing worse than when I see someone have an issue. Like it's clear as day that you have an issue, but you're not trying to fix it. You don't live a healthy. You need to really live a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get in check fitness wise. You know what I mean, physically.
I think red meat makes you super depressed.
No,
No?
red meat has a lot of vitamins and nutrients and essential things that you need in your diet, like a lot of iron, a lot of
Dicks.
red meat naturally has creatine in it, which people don't realize. Your body produces creatine, just not enough. That's why people supplement with it. But like they say, like bodybuilders will eat a lot of red meat because it has creatine in it.
Wow. I just heard that.
The portion size is about portion.
Yeah. Like eating too much meat can make you super sad.
Red meat because it weighs you down, and if you feel like
Yeah.
you want to go, and it's like you stuck in between of being weighed
And it
down,
take 30 days for that shit to digest, bro.
Yeah.
I'm Shu, by the way.
Raven.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
State your name.
Well, my name is Raven, and I'm representing Urban Candy.
Urban Candy.
Urban Candy.
Urban
Tell us
Candy.
about Urban Candy.
Urban Candy is, I was trying to launch it. It's about pretty much networking and communication, promotion, and allowing people to have a voice. And depending on what's going on, it's something for everybody.
Okay.
That's pretty much all it is. And
Sounds
you get
dope.
to tell how you live your life and the thing that you have done in order for you to succeed. Maybe it can pass on to someone else that's going through your situation. That's why I decided to drop in on your conversation.
So
'cause
you're-
I
so
hear
basically
about
it's
the
like,
vitamins and
Yeah.
like vitamin D. Like you said, you don't like to go out in the summertime, so vitamin D is like a must.
Super
It's a
essential.
must.
You gotta supplement with vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
So go pick up like some vitamin D pills or
Yeah,
a multivitamin with a lot of
B12
vitamin
if you
D.
feel
Yeah.
fatigue, like so, it's a lot when you're talking about mental health.
Too much
Oh,
B12
yeah.
can kill you.
You can
Die from B12.
you can overdose on vitamins.
yeah,
you can't have too much of that shit.
Ken just told me before the fucking show started that you can overdose on water,
like
nigga.
Iron, you can overdose on iron. It can back you up, and you would just be over. So yeah,
Wow.
even with iron, you got to be careful with that.
That's crazy. I had
Yeah.
no fucking idea. You see how fucking sensitive the body is, bro? It really is a powerhouse.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
whether
It's
you have,
important to really like tap into this shit and like take care of
because
yourself.
taking care of your body takes care of your mind, fam.
Everything's in sync together at all times. Like your
Word.
mind, your body, your soul, everything. Like
Exactly.
everything. It really is. People don't realize this shit.
Shit is nuts,
It's
bro.
the truth.
Shit is really
So-
fucking nuts.
That's why I got into like years ago. Like I got into a healthy lifestyle because like I dipped into it a little bit and then I realized like it's life changing. Like it makes you feel better. You look better. You obviously naturally feel better about yourself. It's great.
Even
Like,
being too
why would you not
angry
wanna
can
do that?
cause high cholesterol.
Yeah.
Like if you're if you're Ebenezer Scrooge, bitch, all day. If you're Ebenezer Scrooge and the
I
Grinch
know
all
people,
day,
Yo, I know people like
nigga.
I know
You
people
are
that are just grouchy as fuck, and I don't know how you live your life like that.
Because
It's
they
so
unhealthy.
crazy, bro.
And you're,
God bless them. God bless them. That's why some people like just die at a young age because they're so stressed out. Stress kills more than anything.
and stress, but
And a lot of people have financial stress.
stress can actually be conducive to your body, like in small portions. You feel me? It wakes you up. It makes you a little bit more attentive. It makes you more cautious. Even fear. You feel me? Like,
Well, if you're not, you should have all that to a certain extent. If you don't have fear, then you're stupid. You know, they say if you're not scared, you're stupid. You should be a little scared of something if you're passionate about it or whatever. But
I don't. We go and say aware. Aware. Once you're aware of something going on, it takes out that fear of actually doing something.
Exactly.
You know, so
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you conquer
That's true.
fear. And being honest about what you're doing in the situation, and that's how you deal with stressors. There's no way. I don't see anyone living without stress. It's
You can't just be
how you
100%
manage it.
stress free.
Yeah.
That's
the
impossible.
richest man in the world is fucking stressed
Nobody,
the fuck out.
nobody is, but some people are just better at hiding it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has stress.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just not being real. If you're gonna lie about that, you're not being real.
Word.
That's
The
bullshit.
only reason motherfuckers don't have stress is if they dead or not born yet.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
Facts.
You feel me? That shit is really real.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, bro. Like seasonal depression is some real gnarly shit. Like I said, bro, I've seen my baby mom's just for no reason. She has no reason to be upset. It's just the winter or the rain. You feel me? Or like just the climate out. She hates being cold. She hates being outside for too long. Like it's really fucking crazy. And like I said, bro, like I can't stand the fucking summer.
I wish people, because here's another thing, like you can't get, like we just talked about earlier, you can't go out. You can go out more in the summertime.
I hate
know what I
summer
mean?
activities.
Like,
I really
yeah,
fucking
but it's
hate
just everybody's out, everybody's in a good mood, I guess.
I hate parties.
I don't know if it has something to do with the sun. It's probably a factor, a bunch of different factors. But like, there's less to do in the winter, so you stay in.
Good.
And it makes you more depressed. I don't know how people do that though. They need to get out more and experience things. When you sit in, like that's depressing in itself.
I
that's
love
so
being
depressing.
inside, bro.
You need a balance,
love
but
being
everything in
inside.
life deserves a balance
Of course, yeah.
because you can't
Most
be healthy
definitely.
without a balance. Like if you sit in too much, you'll go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you go out too much, you'll take the value out of that and you'll stop appreciating it. Like there was a point where I was going out and I was partying too much, and I didn't look forward to it as much. It was just like, all right, this is a thing I got to do on the weekends with my boys because it's just what we do.
It's almost an obligation.
It's like fuck all that. Like I want to get excited about things. I want things to look forward to. You got to balance shit. You know what I mean? You can't do anything too much. Everything. Something my grandfather passed down to my dad passed down to me, like something they always said. He always said everything in moderation. Do everything in moderation. You know what I mean?
And
obviously, you got to pick and choose your battles there. You got to think about that.
I think one of the biggest reasons I hate the summer so much is just because like I was doing so many drugs and not enjoying my actual surroundings, and I was just inside. Like, the only time I came outside is to pick up drugs, get food.
Yeah, if you're looking at the same four walls, how's that? What good is that?
Because I felt like being inside with all the drugs I had was more fun than whatever was going on outside.
It really wasn't. You just felt that way.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Because
Molly was just the shit back then, and I was doing it every single fucking day on top of
I feel
perks.
like she wants to say something about it.
And I had the
She's like, hold up.
I had the
Hold
pure
up.
shit, you feel me? I had the crystals, you feel me? So I was rolling face every single day for the whole summer, not showering, not doing anything. Everything was so fucking depressing. And I didn't realize it until I stopped doing all those drugs. And I was like, wow, I just wasted a summer prostrating myself to torturing my body. Like, bro, like, the reason I can't even form certain sentences or think of certain words when I want to is because I really damaged a big part of my brain. You feel me? To a minimal level, but that
me being in touch with the my mental health and my physical health and all that shit steered me away from drugs because like that's scary to me. Like think about it, you do something and it you get one brain, like you can't replace your brain.
Don't get me wrong, dude. I'm super intelligent.
No. I'm not saying I'm not even. I'm just saying while we're on that topic, I just wanted to. That was one of the things that steered me away. It scared the shit out of me. Like I don't want to like hinder anything.
I
you
think
know what
that's
I mean?
one of
'Cause
the
you need your brain, bro. Like,
yeah, of
I
course.
don't know. I agree with moderation because, certain, even with going through everything, certain types of marijuana get you out the house.
100%.
You understand?
Hell
So-
yeah.
But you don't want to overdo
Amen
it
to that.
because you kill the whole vibe of enjoying it, the whole reason why it's there, and that's what it is. So I believe in moderation and getting out the house. If you hate summer, you still got to get out at least 30 minutes.
Yeah,
to
go for a walk or something.
So the sun can hit you and everything starts processing endorphins and all that good stuff and vitamin D. So,
Yeah,
and
most
that's
definitely.
and on top of vitamin D, especially if you don't even go out in the summer. So you like almost turning yourself into a hermit. You're giving you making another problem on top of a problem.
I really, really am like bad with social settings, and like the summer is the most social season. You
It
feel
is.
me? Exactly. And I was bullied.
so overpopulated.
I
where
was
we live.
bullied for so fucking long that staying inside was just I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go outside and have someone pick on me or beat up on me. So I found drugs in the summer in my fucking house. And as much as it was a really difficult time for me, if it wasn't for that time, bro, my pen game would not be the way it is. You feel me?
And
My pen
everything-
game is crazy.
Everything happens for a reason.
God's
plan.
I hated going outside, bro. The minute I stepped outside, I was more depressed instantly. Instantly. The minute the sun touched my skin and I saw everybody on their bikes and I saw people that hated me hanging out with each other and they had no reason to hate me, I just went back inside and was like, all right, let me just call my dealer. You feel me? Let me just call my dealer and let drugs be my friend and cheat on my girlfriend all day. Like, for real. Like, that was really how I was living, bro.
That's I'm glad that you found, you know what I mean, you found peace.
And like she said, bro, moderation is so fucking fire because I don't even, like when I go to the studio, I don't like being high no more. You feel me? I love being sober and writing.
I don't like when you are either.
I don't like it, bro. I don't like it.
Yo, being in the studio with you when you're high is
It's
like,
so fucking irritating, I bet.
it's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's so fucking
I'm so
annoying.
distracted. I'm
When
such a
trying-
smart ass.
When I'm trying to get shit done, I'm like literally like I'm trying to be like in my creative zone, you know what I mean? And it's so hard sometimes to like find that certain inspiration you need, and once it hits you, I'm just like I want to ride this out as long as I can. This level of inspiration I have, and he's like over here playing like I've never heard a phone with a louder volume in my life. Like his phone is like when he plays something like a song or a video, if he watches something on social media, this shit is like it's
Right
like
in your ear.
a 44-inch sub like in my ear going like boom,
It's
boom,
so loud.
boom.
I don't know why. It's crazy.
And I'm over here like trying to be inspired for us working on a song, and he's just like I hear this screaming, and I'm just like, motherfucker, if you don't shut that the fuck off.
Then
Like,
he'll ask me how the song sounds, and I'll be super hype on the
he'll
inside.
be like this.
It sounds
He'll
alright,
be like,
man.
he's like, yeah, no, it's good. And I'm just like,
I'm really listening, though. I really
I'll
want you to
fucking
know that
kill
I'm
him,
listening.
yo.
I'm just not. I'm too faded. I'm too
get unfaded real quick because like we got shit to do out here.
faded.
You know what
Like
I'm
skin is your money, we're winning.
saying? Oh my god. Here
I
we
told
go.
her if I change, she won't get a penny. Look in this bitch, pregnant bitch titties. I love that verse by Wayne. It's the most. It's such a fun
I'm
verse.
done with you.
It's such a fun verse. But nah, man. Like whether it be seasonal depression, whether it be
nah, man.
whether it be depression or seasonal depression or anything that you're going through, you really should try and force yourself to go out and get some vitamins, whether it be natural, whether it be a supplement, whether, you know,
Just get healthy,
get
man.
some holistic
Get healthy.
Get some holistic help, because there's certain mental illnesses that people have that they can't help but get medication. Stuff like bipolar, anxiety, depression.
There's people that there's a certain kind of anxiety. I don't know exactly the politically correct term for it, but there's a certain kind of mental health or mental illness where people fear going outside. They have a phobia of going outside and interacting in public with people. And they literally like they start they're sitting in their house
I love that one.
and they have this fucking they have this anxiety that they get just the thought of going out. Like they know they have like an event coming up, or even just something as simple as like going to the grocery store. They start thinking in their head like, oh my god, how am I going to do this? Like, am I going to get out of the car and like someone's going to almost hit me, or am I going to have to talk to someone in the grocery store for anything, or like they start like You know what I mean?
I get my paranoia
I
that
can't
bad.
imagine.
I was going to say
It's
that's
paranoia.
like paranoia more than anything.
Yeah.
But like paranoia and anxiety, damn near.
What is it?
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I can't imagine. And I met a guy the other day. He was telling me that he's starting. He's doing like some virtual reality thing, like a video game. He's creating like this virtual reality so he can take those people that face those issues and he can slowly get them in environments where they're out in public talking to people. And at first it's going to be like cartoons so they don't feel like they're real people. And then he's going to slowly, you know what I mean?
They have therapists like that. They would go to the person's home and they act in different situations. And they like do it step by step. Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
That honestly almost puts a tear to my eye, fam.
Yeah. I met this guy and like we're gonna connect somehow. Like I want to talk to him more about it. I want to somehow like get involved with it because I think it's really dope what he's doing. Some kind of like therapeutic stuff. You know what I mean? Bro, we need stuff like that.
That was me in high school.
Yeah.
That was me. That's me now in any kind of claustrophobic space that I'm not familiar with. Like when I go to Wawa, I literally had an incident 2 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday.
Right.
I went into Wawa, right, and the minute I stepped into the bathroom, my paranoia and my anxiety went through the fucking roof. Like,
why do you think that is?
It was a closed environment for one, and two, someone walked in immediately after me, and the first thing I thought was, and this is what I specifically thought, this person is going to choke me with chloroform and take me somewhere else. I swear to God.
What the fuck did
That's
you
exactly
watch on
what
TV
I thought
the night before?
It was literally in my. That was what I imagined, bro.
Yo, because that shit really I mean, you can't just think like that all the time. But like we were talking about on the phone, I think it was like last week. We're very aware of our surroundings. Mm-hmm. Like I know I am, and we're.
But the dude wasn't threatening at all. Like
no, not at all. It's just you kind of have to be like in today's society. Like people are just weird. Like there's weird shit that goes on.
I was super scared, like for my life. I ran out of the bathroom and went back into the car.
That's crazy.
I had a whole fucking panic attack for 30 seconds. It was so scary. The only thing I was thinking was, I have to get out of this bathroom. This person's gonna kill me.
Did they look intimidating?
No, they weren't intimidating at all. He was an older white gentleman, and he was just probably trying to take a piss. And he took a piss right next to me, bro. I was so frightened. I swear to God, I was so afraid. I was like, this person's going to choke me out in this bathroom and take me to his fucking car and kill me in his basement. I was so afraid.
Okay, you must have stole some wallet that looks like him or something.
I don't know what it was.
Other than that, it's like, why are you paranoid?
Right.
If you didn't do nothing to this person or somebody that looks
that's
like this
not
person,
okay at all.
It was literally just a scenario.
Oh, see, it's other things that goes on behind it, the effects that makes you act.
That's not okay.
Like that.
And I think it's because I don't like people creeping up on. I don't like people behind me.
I don't like people behind me either.
Yeah,
I don't. Yo, one thing I'll tell you one thing I do that may seem weird to the average person. Maybe I don't know if other people can relate or not. I'll just bring it up. So when I'm in public, and I don't know. First off, when I'm in public, I can't have headphones on and be in a group setting, like be around people, because I feel like I don't want someone near me or sneaking up. I need to be aware of I need to hear. I need to hear what's going on around me, because if I don't know or I can't hear, then you know what I mean? How the fuck can you guys relate though? Can you guys relate?
I just related like 2 minutes ago. I couldn't even get out, the little joke or whatever of being thinking somebody's after you or something like that because you did something to somebody that looks like him or whatever. So that's why I'm here to sit in and see how public speaking goes. Sometimes I start to, I guess, stutter, which is a panic attack or whatever, or anxiety, as you say. So I think finding ways to push that anxiety over the limit. Once you get over that limit of whatever just made you nervous, it's pretty much you're freeing yourself from what's holding you back.
It almost regulates you.
And so that's what that is. And if you can just remember the moment of you being free, I think the next time you are feeling tight or up or bound, in bondage or whatever, because that's pretty much what that is feeling like you have no room to. That's where the anxiety comes
even
from.
In social settings.
In social studies.
It's something that we create
inside. So once you pass that limit of the dry joke or or whatever the case may be, you'll feel a little lighter.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
So
before I move too far away from the headphones thing, how the fuck do people drive with headphones in? How do you do that, and why do you feel that
Please
that's
explain
safe?
your logic.
Because let me explain something. Don't when you're driving down the road, right? Sometimes there's an ambulance behind you or a fire truck or something. You hear the siren.
I'm constantly looking.
Okay, sure. But you may not hear something. You may not hear the car screech that the car behind you that's about to fucking T-bone you or hit you or, you know what I mean? Like, I need to.
Listen to me. Hear me
I'm
out.
paranoid about that. I can't
me
listen
out.
to headphones while I'm driving.
Hear me out. This is my theory. I don't care. I would rather.
I do.
Yeah, but I don't.
I
would
do.
rather hear a song that I like. Like if he has a headache, if he doesn't want to listen to the music, I'm fine. I'll put
But
in
do you
headphones.
put it? But do you blast it or do you put it low?
Oh no, I blast it. I have
Well, that's the problem. Like,
I have
that's
no
not.
regard for my own life. If I'm listening to music that I like, it relaxes me. I'm constantly looking around me.
You're proud of that? That's not safe.
No, it's not something that I'm
That's not
proud of.
good.
It's just how I function.
That is not good. So you just like living on the edge. Like you're just like.
It's
fuck
not
it.
even that. It's that I'm gonna.
is the edge.
I I've seen the edge. I've
She's
went
like
over
she's
it.
like that meme of like there's like you ever see the goat, like the greatest of all time meme where it's like when they want to push me over the edge but I'm a goat and the goats are hanging like on the cliff. You're like that one. You're like
but
like,
not.
living on the edge like
I've seen the edge. I went over it and I came back and I just don't care.
you climb back up.
Pretty much.
I thought you would have
I've already
kept hanging
died.
over it like fuck it
Already,
Someone who's overdosed before.
like, I'm here.
Like she's seen the edge
And
passed
died.
it, yeah.
I fucking jumped over and boom, I ended right
No
back
pun
at the top. Like,
She said I just started from the bottom forcefully. Now
and then
we're here.
boom, like
we can both actually say that we died and came back to life.
Yeah,
we
you
had
died
this whole
before.
I died,
conversation.
straight up died. Like I was dead, and I'm here,
But
and it's the craziest fucking thing in the world.
Someone went to heaven.
God's
and
plan, baby.
Someone went to limbo, and that's where those stories differ.
Yep.
Yeah, facts. I never died before, but I definitely OD'd before, and it's so not fun. Bro, I was high off like an oxy and a half, and I came in the house, and fucking, I was making food, and out of nowhere, boom, I just start collapsing. Before I fell, I was like, "Mom, TJ!" Like I called my mom and my brother and shit because I knew I OD'd because I knew what it felt. I knew what it felt like. And fucking, I was like, I'm about to pass out. Someone help
You
me.
felt it coming in quick.
Yeah, I knew what it felt like. And I was like, I'm about to pass out. Someone help me. Someone keep me up. And my brother and my mom ran to the fucking kitchen and sat me down on the ground. I went to the bathroom, and I threw up for like 10 minutes straight. And I stayed in the bathroom and sat down. And at that moment, that was the moment I knew I could never, ever touch another oxy ever in my life. And half of me was super upset because I loved that high. But the other half was like, I just almost died.
Anytime I
Yeah, that's not cool.
Die and it just made me like sick. I used to get so angry. I was like, I just threw up the pills that I just took.
I just wasted my high, yeah.
I got super angry all the time.
I'm like, okay, let me lay down and ride the wave. It's like, okay,
To the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lay down and ride the wave, and then I throw up.
Tidal
Oh.
wave.
Yeah, had that. Where's the bucket? Everything has to be. No, that's art on the wall. That,
No,
that's art.
Don't smell it.
Yeah, it's art.
Yeah, man. Fucking, bro, living on the edge is not fun. Depression is not fun. If you're suffering from any type of mental illness, please do not supplement drugs for it because it'll make it so much worse.
So much harder.
In so many fucking ways, bro. Even if it's medication that you're like prescribed, like you want to get over that shit holistically because you want to know how it feels to be free. You want to know how it feels to function in social settings. Medication is literally, and psychiatrists and psychologists tell you, this is not the cure. This is just to help you. This is just to help you get into the groove of being in social settings of the feeling of regulation.
Superheroes,
At one point, you're not
superheroes
going
don't
to
take
have
drugs.
to take this.
Superheroes don't take drugs. Superheroes are that way because they found a way to be strong on their own without.
Well, Superman was born strong, so.
Spider-Man got bit by
We were all,
Yeah,
but I'm going to correct you on that. We were all born strong. Okay, we were all born strong without.
Superman
We
was
were
not.
all born. We were all
Superman's
born
not a
strong.
human.
We were
Yeah, I was
all,
about to say he's not even from here.
hold up,
so-
hold up, hold up.
He doesn't count.
Yeah, he's
Hold
like a former.
We were-
like he just came in. He's like, we know you're not.
No
from
green
here.
card.
Yeah, it's
We were all born strong
Fuck Superman.
before we had
And Bruce
the
Wayne.
the the feeling of defeat, before we had the fear of failure.
I feel you.
Before we
I know what
had
you're saying.
all the things that went wrong in life, we were all born strong and big dreamers and all that shit. All the shit that like the very few of us have now, we were all born like that. It's the shit that happened to us along the way. It's the crutches that we use, the victimized mindset. Like, I'm gonna play victim. That's what it is. That's what it really is.
Put us through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I totally agree with that.
I don't think it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. There's no
I
excuse.
feel you. I most definitely feel you on that. But nah, man, like I said, bro, just keep on pushing, bro. Do not use drugs as a form to heal your depression, because it will not work. It will not help. It'll just make you a fucking hermit, and you'll hate yourself even more than you do already. Get some fucking sunlight, exercise, have sex. What? Ride a bike. Yes, most definitely. Ride a bike.
Have sex. It's the truth. Sex is very...
Yes.
But
Have
don't
sex.
just have sex with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, be safe.
I'm not encouraging... Let's put a disclaimer here, for the kids.
Dicks.
Just don't have sex with everybody.
And everything, again, it's moderation. It's
Very
moderation.
true.
There's nothing wrong with having sex, but it's all in
Absolutely
moderation. I
nothing wrong
think
with it.
once you be like, oh, I'm just doing it just... Did I actually do that? When you, when you think like...
I feel like if you got to ask yourself, did I do that? It's probably not good.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
to get to that part.
Did I just have a fivesome? Like-
I don't think that'll be something I ever question.
Or no, it'd be like, can I count? Did I count that one?
Yeah, it worked. Was that halfway?
Yeah, did I count?
He stuck it in my ear. Like, what does that mean?
All right. I think we're going to wrap this conversation up for a second.
But yo, let's get into our shout outs. Shout out to Bugs and
Yo,
Fizzy Hendrix.
Shout out to Bugs and Fizzy Hendrix. They just dropped a dope project. I haven't listened to the whole thing in its entirety, but
fire.
yo, listen,
Flame
Fizzy
3000.
Hendrix is dope too, and I've been peeping Bugs for a minute now. Since I
Fizzy
met
is
him,
cool.
he's always dropping some crazy shit. They really they cooked up some shit.
Facts. It's really good.
Really good, like
9 out of
quality
10.
music,
Yeah,
like
most
quality
definitely.
music.
I give it. It's probably one of the.
And Bugs is very versatile. And I haven't heard enough of Fizzy, but I would imagine he is as well, because I heard some of the tracks that they do together.
Fizzy goes ham.
Yeah, they're dope.
Great performer too.
dope.
Fizzy is.
So is Bugs.
Yeah, Bugs is dumb
So,
energetic.
As far as
Nice to meet you too.
the Jersey scene, pleasure to meet you. Thank you for stopping in. As far as the South Jersey scene goes, I need everybody to go check that project out.
I checked it out at lunch on my work break. 9 out of 10. One of the best local projects around.
Hey,
9 out of 10.
say that.
It's really good.
And do we have any other local artists dropping right now?
I'm not 100% sure. Actually, Garden State Pusher and my boy Treo just dropped some shit called Love Me Now. Go check that out. That shit is fire. Me and Nick got some shit coming soon. I don't even want to say what it is about. Y'all just not even going to understand how crazy and great this shit is. It's just going to be fucking...
Let me just say this.
It's going to hit you in the dick.
Here he goes. Dix is in the building.
Eee!
So, yo, if the music that I'm about to drop, all I want it to do, this is the only purpose. I'm not out here to prove that I can rap. I'm not out here to prove not a damn thing. All I want to do is I want to heal people. So the music that I'm about to drop on these next couple projects, and I say couple projects because the third one coming is a mixtape, and I will prove that I can rap, but this is something different. The music that I have coming, one is an introduction to my life, introduction of it was a self-healing project, and then the next one is about healing others. So if this music doesn't do that, then I didn't do my purpose.
And we're going to cook
I
up
didn't
5
serve my
more.
purpose. We got a lot of music coming. That's all I'm going to say. But as far as everything else goes, I think it was a dope. I think it was a very dope episode. I think we talked about a lot of good things. Yo, is Hendo still here or Dick's in the building?
Follow my black ass at Hendo609_. You fam me? You know it's Hendo, a.k.a. Dix, a.k.a. best rapper you never heard, a.k.a. if you disrespect me, I'll fuck your girlfriend's throat. You feel me?
Yo. All right, look. Stop hating on everything.
Stomp hard on enemies and
Nah.
fuck their girlfriend's throats.
No. Stop hating on everything.
Start helping others every day by fucking their girlfriend's throats. No, I'm just playing for real, yo. If y'all ever need some help, I'm sorry, I'm faded. If y'all ever need some help in anything, please hit me and Shoes inbox. We will never, ever turn down a person. We love y'all so much. Thank you for listening every Sunday. Thank you for supporting our music. Thank you for supporting our radio show. Thank you for supporting mental health. Thank you for anyone who believes in God. Thank you for anyone who doesn't believe in God. Thank you for anyone who loves mumble rap and doesn't like mumble rap. Thank you for anyone who just appreciates music as a whole, no matter what genre it is, besides country, because fuck that shit. Oh my God, I just burped, excuse me. Shout out to Shu, shout out to myself, shout out to North, shout out to Craig and J-Dot, shout out to Bugs, Fizzy Hendrix, you feel me? Shout out to the whole full circle, shout out to my nigga Sadman, shout out to my nigga Grizz, shout out to my nigga Charlie Rock, OSG 1700, beat up or get beat up, you feel me? Shout out to my niggas out there in the field trying to hustle and get theirs, trying to, you feel me, trying to feed their family.
Get it?
Shout out to any nigga who got a regular job, a 9 to 5, you feel me, a 12-hour job, a forklift operator, a packager, you feel me. Shout out to anybody getting the bag, you feel me. Shout out to everybody staying faithful to their girlfriend. Shout out to everybody who's cheating on their girlfriend and not letting their girlfriend know, you feel me. Yeah! Yo, you feel me. Shout out to Meek Mills. Shout out to Thugger motherfucker. Rest in peace XXX Tentacion, you feel me. Rest in peace to your girlfriend's throat. Rest in peace to the parking lot. Feel me? This was The Connection, my nigga. We out here.
We'll see you guys next week, 3 to 5. Make sure you tune in live. The Connection, where we connect the dots between hip-hop and mental health. We out.
And someone tell that nigga Benzino to get a neck.